DPS TeleClass.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to DPS TeleClass. I am Iqbal sir, and today I am here to take a thematic lesson for you all. Students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing well. Alhamdulillah, I am fine at this moment. But before we begin today's lesson, let's recite the dua.
قال رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي.
So now, teacher is going to share today's learning intention. Today, we are going to learn about signs and symbols that reflect danger. So students, what we are going to learn today? Yes, we are going to learn about signs and symbols that reflect danger. From this learning intention, the keywords are signs, symbols, danger. So you have to remember these three important words. And now I am going to share today's success criteria. So you will be a road safer if you can identify signs that reflect danger, identify potential hazards in school or home, handle situations of risk and respond in the right manner. So three success criteria are here. The first one is that you have to identify signs. So there will be a lot of signs. Some signs are very useful, right? The same way there will be some danger signs too. So you should be able to identify the signs that reflect danger, and also you have to identify potential hazards in school or home. And also you should be able to handle situations of risk and respond in the right manner. So the key competency that I have incorporated for today's lesson is living a healthy life. So this is the way how I am going to incorporate living a healthy life in today's lesson. Students will practice some safe behaviors associated with roads for bicycles and pedestrians. For example, while you are walking on the road, you have to walk on the pavement. And now, for begin today's lesson, I am going to share a very interesting story. So, are you ready to hear the story, students? Okay, so let's start. Okay, by looking at the cover page, what you have noticed from here? Yes, a dog is here. And how many people, how many human beings are there? Yes, three human beings, right? So what is the title of the story? Yes, Matilda's Morning Adventures, right? So, in your opinion, the story will be based on what actually? Yes, it is already written here. This is a story with active travel and road safety, right? Road safety messages for children. So, the name of the story is Matilda's Morning Adventures. So, let's read. One Sunday, not so very long ago, Matilda's mother said, "We are not going to use the car to get to school next week. We are going to have an adventure every morning instead." "What sort of adventure?" asked Matilda. "You will have to wait and see," smiled Mom. "Sounds exciting. I can hardly wait, said Matilda. Okay, so what will be the adventure? So let's see the next page. On Monday morning, Matilda walked to school with her mother, her brother Jack, and her dog Jeddah. On the way to school, Matilda held onto Jack's pram as they walked along the footpath. Matilda and Jack counted all the dogs they saw on the way to school. Matilda's mother showed her a safer way to go to school. There is not much traffic and only two roads to cross, she explained. It's much safer this way. Tell me what we do before we cross the road, Matilda asked her mother as they reached the edge of the car. Well, we stop away from the car. We look for traffic. We listen for traffic and we think, is it safe to cross? Said Matilda. Well done. Let's stop here. Look and listen for traffic and think, is it safe to cross? I think it is, don't you? Let's walk straight across the road, said Matilda's mother. 7 dogs in one walk, said Matilda as she arrived at school. That was fun. Goodbye, Jack. Goodbye, Mum. Goodbye, Cheddar. On Tuesday morning, Matilda rode to school with her mother and her brother Jack. On the way to school, Matilda rang the bell on her bike to warn Mr. Kendall from next door that she was passing him on the shared path. Good morning, Matilda. Lovely day for a ride, shouted Mr. Kendall as he rode by. Tell me what we do when we get to the end of the shared path, Matilda asked her mother as they reached the edge of the car. Well, we get off our bikes and walk them across the road, said Matilda. Well done. Let's stop here, look and listen for traffic and think. Is it safe to cross? I think it is, don't you? Let's walk our bikes straight across the road, said Matilda's mother. Wow, that was quicker than driving in the car, said Matilda as they arrived at school. That was fun. Goodbye, Jack. Goodbye, Mum. On Wednesday morning, Matilda walked to school with the walk-in school bus. On the way to school, Matilda walked with Jess, a new girl who had just come to their school. She had a brother called Jack as well, and she had also had a new puppy called Butt. Tell me why we have to walk between the mothers in the yellow vest? Asked Jess. Well, they keep us safer on the road and can see the traffic better than us, explained Matilda. Do you want to come over to my house after school and play with Bud? Asked Jess. That would be great. I will ask my mum, laughed Matilda. Wow, I have made a new friend, thought Matilda as she arrived at school. That was fun. Goodbye, Jess. See you at recess. On Thursday morning, Matilda walked to school with her father, her brother Jack, and her dog Jeddah. On the way to school, Matilda held onto Jack's pram as they walked along a different footpath to Monday's walk. Mum's way is usually the safer way, explained her father. But today there are some workmen working on that footpath, so we are going a new way today. Her father taught her a song that he used to sing when he went on long car trips with Gran and Pop. The wheels of the car go brum, brum, brum all the way to Path. They all sang until they came to the driveway to the teacher's car park. Tell me what we do when we are around car parks, Matilda? Asked her father as they reached the edge of the driveway. Well, I hold onto your hand or Jack's pram and we stop on the edge of the driveway. We look and listen for traffic and think, is it safe to cross the driveway? Well done, said Matilda's father. Wow, I love that new song, said Matilda as she arrived at school. That was fun. Goodbye, Dad. Goodbye, Jack. Goodbye, Jeddah. On Friday morning, Matilda took a bus to school with her grandmother. On the way to school, she took her smart rider on the machine. She sat next to the window and looked down on all the cars. She looked at all the people on the bus. She could see some people were talking, some people were reading, some people were listening to music. She pushed the button to ring the bell when it was time to get off the bus. Tell me what we do when we get off the bus, Matilda? Asked her grandmother as they stepped off the back step of the bus. Well, we wait on the car behind the bus until the bus has moved away, said Matilda. Then we check to see if it is safe to cross the road. Well done, beamed Matilda's grandmother. Wow, I like seeing things from high up on the school bus, Grant said Matilda as she arrived at school. That was fun. Goodbye, Grant. On Saturday, Matilda's mother asked, how did you like your morning adventures to school this week, Matilda? They were fun, said Matilda. I think we can stop using the car so much and walk and ride home from school next week as well. How will I get home from school on Monday, Mom? She asked. You will come up walking, you will come up walking, you will come up walking, Matilda, with me, sang her mother. Yes, walking is fun, shouted Matilda. So, student, how was the story? Yes, from the story you have identified some of the ways that we can use in our daily life while we are crossing the roads. So we have to stop, think, listen, and then we have to think again whether the time is safe to cross or not, right, student? So now let's start today's lesson. It is important to be aware of any potential sources of danger at all times, where you are at home, on road, or near water bodies. It is important to know what such signs or symbols stand for. There are several signs, symbols that reflect danger. Knowing what they symbolize can help you and other people from walking into potential sources of danger. They help us to understand the world a bit better. Have you ever noticed the following signs on the road, students? Have you seen a traffic light? What are the colors it includes? Yes, red, yellow, and green, right? Yes. So here are some of the signs that you have seen, right? Okay. So are you aware what these signs mean? What is their importance, students? So are you aware what these signs means? Yes. And the importance of these signs is it helps prevent accident and protect people on the road. In the following situation, identify the potential source of danger at home. Here is a picture. You have to identify at least 5 potential sources of dangers. Okay, to complete or to identify any 5 sources of danger, I am going to give you 2 minutes. So your time starts now. Okay, so the time is up now, students. So I hope that you have already identified at least 5 potential sources of danger. So let's share. Looking at this image, there were several obvious major and developing hazards that caught my eyes. The first one that I have noticed is, yes, have you anyone noticed the ball on the floor? Yes. So do you think why it becomes a source of danger, students? Yes. If anybody can easily trip over the ball and could get badly injured, right? And the second one is the kettle. Good. The the kettle, because the hot water could burn their face or it could seriously injure themselves. And the pot. The pot, because it is probably filled with hot oil, so it could burn the child's face. And then The wire in the zinc because it could hurt anyone, and electric shock because if water and electricity mix it causes a reaction. And here the toaster. The curtain which is on the toaster because the heat from the toaster could burn the curtain. The wire on the table has no protective layer on one part and can electric shock you. The iron is unattended and will burn the cloth. And here there is a lot of can, right? So these are some of the potential dangers or some of the potential sources of dangers that you have already identified from this picture, right? So now I'm going to show you a very interesting video, student. Actually, this is a very informative video that has already shared from Dhuvaafaru police station, and I hope from this video you will be more aware about how you will be at road and how you are going to be safe at road if you follow the steps that the police person is going to share. So let's watch it.
दिव्य राज्य का बेणुकुंड ट्रैफिक निशान ता गुतेरे बाई निशान ता अदि मियोगुतु दुआफर का बेणुक्रम दा निशान ता गुतेरे अतर निशान एतरे प्रथम निशान कपियोरस की नि मागु वरक्षुरम बेणुपुरा पुरस्ते इतनुगा अने कुदिन पेमेंट इंडिया का स्कूल बन्नेरु बेणुपुरानी नि सिप्रा कोर्स मागु वरक्षुरम अंत कुतिजको मागु बेणुकोके नुवान नि इंगामी उना रक्का देखुम अलापवा विप्रापुरुष यहाँ में दक्का है देनी दुआफर का बेणुकुंदा ट्रैफिक निशान तक उतरे देवाना निशान मी निशान की मी स्पीड ब्रेक मोत दिवें किया नाम बम्पर मी निशान फेनमु तियकोदिन दुवाफाना उलंदे कना मोत बाइसिकल दुवानाम मी निशान फेनमु दुवेली मोत स्पीड मडकोल्दन जिने निहार मी दक्का है देनी दुआफर का बेणुक्रम दा ट्रैफिक निशान तक उतरे तिम्मना निशान मी निशान की मी स्कूल सरहद देख नोत स्कूल कुदिन उले सरहद देख अंगा दे निशान मी निशान फेनमु दुव्वा उलंदु दुवेली मडको अने कुतिन मी सरहद का उलेनकम बलयागे मी सरहद समालवेगे दुवुम अळगणु नसेहत्तरि निहार मी दक्का है दुआफर का बेणुक्रम दा ट्रैफिक निशान तक उतरे अतरवण निशान मी निशान अने मी निशान की मी උතුරාදී දෙකොණක මේ මාරුකස්ගේ උතුරාදී දෙකොණක ඉන්නානේ මේ බෝඩ් මේ නිෂාන් පෙනුමු මේ සරහත්තුක මාරුකස්ගේ මේ දෙසරහත්තුක මඩුනුකෝ උරිය දාංජේනක අංගාදේ නිෂාන් මේ සරහත්තුක එප්‍රිස් තුබ්බා උලන්දේ මඩු නුකුර වෙනක අංගා නිෂාන් ඉලාගේ මිහිරි පේමන්ට් මොති මේ පේමන්ට් එක මේ හිඟා මෙහුන්න අදී තියකුදින් හිඟමට්ටක රක්කාදර කුමට්ටක අදාපවා තනේ මේ තනුක තියකුදින් බේනුම් පුරන් ජෙහෙනි මගු බේනු නුකෝ मी पेमेंट का आने बाइसिकल दुबो नुवता उलंद दुबो मकी मना कम अदे मी पेमेंट का एकं पुराणम ए इंगामी हुन्न लिबे परबोडु मुरक्कले एम तिकुदिन मेस विस्नागे मी पेमेंट मतीगा दुब्बा अची नुदुब्बा इगुम बेणु पुरा तनेक्क तिकुदिन अळगुन नसे मी कियादे निशान तक इतुरु तिकुदिन अळगुन हंदां को देना मी बाइसिकल तिकुदिन दुब्बायरु इरोसी हायको हिंदुनु हायका लाइट दिल्लागे मुलुम अदि बाइसिकल गु बुरेक्का अच्ची हमको दुबुम नुपुरुम अदि डबल सीट पुरा नम तियकुदिन अने बोडु मीहकु ऊरीगे इनुमा अदि फहतुगा कुड कुज्जकु दिहा हरबर कुड कुज्जकु फहतुगा अने हिंदे वरगु गोंडिये इन्नेंजि सोगे नसेतकि तियकुदिन सोमि कियादिन निशान तक अदि मगमतिगे बैक कंतत तियकुदिन मगमतिगे उळेयरु ई निशान तक रंगळ फरवातेरकु विस्ना निकंका नगाल पुराणकम सोमली सुकुरी.
Okay, so how was the video, students? Yes, you have got some more information, right? So that means while you are crossing the roads, you have to use zebra patterns, right? and always you have to walk on the pavement. Yes, and now I'm going to share some of the road safety tips. Everyone going on the road, especially drivers, must be to the left and let other vehicles pass on the opposite direction to pass. Drivers should be in slow speed while turning on the roads. Take extra precaution while going on the overcrowded roads and road junctions. Bikers or people using two-wheel vehicles must wear helmets of superior quality, otherwise they should never go on the road without helmet. Speed of the vehicle should be within the speed limit and slow easily in the areas of school, hospital, colony. Every vehicle on the road should maintain the right distance among them to avoid collisions and accidents. Everyone using road should be well aware of the road signs and must follow rules. All the road safety rules and regulations must be in mind while traveling. And here is the task of the day. So in today's task is you have to make a 3D model that you have seen from the slides. To make a model you can use a black A4 paper and you can make it as a road by drawing a lines in the middle of the paper, and you can use sticks or different A4 color papers, and you have to draw your own road signs. In your models you have to include at least 5 signs or symbols, and remember that you can't paste or you can't take any printouts for the symbols and signs. You have to draw your own and then you have to make a models as you have seen from the slide. And for the conclusion, road safety is very important for people of all age group to be safe and secure, as well as reduce the number of road accidents and injury cases. So everyone should strictly follow all the rules, regulations and signs of road traffic lights, and remember the green cross code. First, find the safest place to cross. Second, stop just before you get to the curb. And third, look all around for traffic and listen. 4. If traffic is coming, let it pass. 5th, when it is safe, go straight across the road. Don't run and stop your car at red and go when it is green. And now again I am going to see whether you have achieved today's success criteria or not. So the 3 success criteria are: you have to identify signs that reflect danger and identify the potential hazards in school or home, and you have to handle situations of risk and respond in the right manner. So that's all for today's lesson. I hope you all enjoyed today's lesson with me, and remember to complete the task that I have given. So you have to make a model by using any 5 road signs or symbols and take a picture and send to me through Viber. So until then, stay safe, stay home. Wassalamu alaikum.
DPS TeleClass